So by now, you may have noticed something subtle. The thoughts still run, the emotions still move, but now you're not caught up how you used to be. That shift isn't effort, it's awareness. And the awareness should be obvious now because awareness is your natural state. And the more aware you become, the more space you have to respond with awareness rather than react automatically or unconsciously. Awareness is a weapon, and now you have it and you can use it whenever you want. Earlier, the work was identity. If you missed it, maybe go back. So, with awareness, awareness is what sees the identity. So, it sees if you've been identified with being someone that is always a pushover, that can never get a good job, that always gets fucked in relationships, that always, it goes on and on and on. Now you're aware of those limiting identities that you've been carrying around, telling yourself, I'm no good at this, I'm no good at that, I can't do this, I can't do that. The awareness now is stepping back and saying, fuck, is that really how I talk about myself all the time? Is that really what I believe about myself? Is that how I see my partner or my boss or my friends or whatever? Do I really see them like that? That's what the awareness is. Seeing the inner conversations that you have about yourself or the inner conversations you have about people. Remember, those inner conversations are creating your reality, and that's why stepping back and becoming more aware of those old patterns and those old identities and those old masks that you wear. That's why awareness is key, and that's why awareness is your number one weapon. So congratulations, you got awareness now, baby. Awareness isn't something that you needed to ever learn, but it is something that you forgot, and you need to remember it again. So forgetting about this awareness has kept you identified with patterns, masks, people, circumstances that are not serving you anymore. And you just wonder why you can't get out of it. It's because you're identified with the old self. But remember, the awareness was always here. There's no effort, there's no trying, there's no fighting. Just got to sit back, take a breath and see, do I really want to respond like this? Do I really want to be like this? Do I really want to feel this way about this person or myself or whatever it is? The best thing is now that you're aware. And as I said, awareness was always here. The thing is, you've just been distracted for so long. But now you know your true power, so congratulations. Awareness only ever felt lost because your attention has been so busy. Your attention has been stolen from you by fucking news, social media, people talking bullshit, gossip and stuff that doesn't help you. But again, the more you identify with that shit, fucking the lower you go or the lower you're going to stay. So thinking is very loud, right? But awareness is very quiet. So think about trying to make a decision in a loud room. It's going to be hard. Whereas think about trying to make a decision in a quiet room. It's going to be easier. So that's awareness. In a world that's crazy, you got to try to find that stillness and that awareness so you can navigate this world, because it's tough. It's tough for everyone, no matter who you are. So quiet doesn't mean weakness. It means stability. The more quiet you can become, the more ready you are when things happen to deal with the situation in the best way possible. It's like also the quieter you are, the more you can see things coming. So it's like Superman, right? When someone tries to throw a punch at Superman, he's got super speed, so he can see it coming and he like slow mo's it, you know? So this is awareness. You kind of got like a superpower. You can see something coming, so you can move and then counter with a conscious response rather than an automatic reaction. Whereas normally being caught up in the mind and the old identity, it's almost like being in fast forward, if that makes sense. So Superman slow-mo, that's awareness. Being in normal daily distraction is like being in fucking 5 times speed. You're not going to see things as they pop up. You're going to run straight into them, if that makes sense. There's the noise of the world or the noise of the mind that we're normally in, the distraction, the attention on things that don't matter. Whereas when we can become spacious and grounded in our bodies, again, that's the Superman power. You can see shit coming and you're ready for a counterattack. In real life, awareness shows up as a pause, right? Something happens, a reaction starts, you just want to fucking go nuts, right? Pause. Go to the body and stay there and breathe. Then you can consciously respond to the person, the situation, the circumstances, whatever it is. But again, you're consciously responding. You're not just automatically reacting. That automatic reaction is you at your worst self, the identity that you don't want to be. And that's why you keep getting the same shit, because you get what you are. You don't get what you want. So, as I said, the pause is everything. The pause is, like I said, awareness is your weapon. The pause is grabbing from your fucking belt or your fucking sheath or whatever they call it and pulling it out and then saying, okay, what's the next move here? Because normally in that reactive mode, you're just copping it straight off the bat. And yeah, hope that makes sense. Awareness works because it signals safety to the body. So when the body feels safe, it doesn't need to react. Again, you can consciously respond rather than automatically negatively reacting. It's like a dog that's untrained. If the dog's untrained, it's going to attack immediately. It doesn't think. That's what a lot of us are like. We're untrained dogs, untrained animals, and our awareness is almost non-existent because we're so distracted. Change happens without force once you become aware. Once you become aware, like I said, it's like being Superman and being in slow-mo when everyone else is in fast motion. You can see shit coming. When the body is relaxed, you're open to the source of who you truly are. You're open to inspiration, you're open to synchronicities, you're open to a whole new level of existence that you haven't realized exists because you've been so distracted and identified with bullshit that you don't want to be identified with. The biggest thing is you don't need to do awareness. You just need to notice it. You just need to remember it. And when you do that, life just gently starts to settle on its own. It's that simple. Remember who you are. Drop the shit that you don't want and start molding and forming a new identity to become your best. So if this landed for you, well done. Let it settle. There'll be the final awareness meditation coming very soon. If you missed the first, link's in the description. And if you want to go right back to the start to identity, link is in the description as well. So I hope you found this helpful. And if you want to continue on this journey, next week we're going to be starting with self-concept. So this is very important. We've gone from identity to awareness to self-concept. We're going to keep building. All right. So I hope this helped. Send this to someone that needs it, and I'll see you on the next one.